Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Connolly, and this is just a quick overview. I have 25 years experience in data and technology, 19 of those years in fast-moving consumer packaged goods. And I'm the current data product manager of data governance technologies at Nestle. And so a quick history of Nestle. We started over 150 years ago. One of the things about Nestle most people don't realize that I would guarantee most people have at least one Nestle product in their household at any given time. Who's had a San Pellegrino today? Nestle product. There we go. So a quick glance at Nestle. We have over 2,000 brands and over 340 factories, and we operate in 188 countries globally. So what that means to me is a massive amount of data that operates at scale. And one of our biggest end-to-end projects that we're running right now is in a market where we are planning using predictive analytics and our AI accelerators to predict a stockout of a product within a 12-week span with a 94% effectiveness rate. So we power every decision through trusted data. That's one of our big mottos. And this is a quote from Laurent Frisset, the CEO of Nestle. And so end-to-end digitalization is a huge effort within Nestle. It is a strategy that is not just an IT strategy. It is our global strategy. This is actually taken from the Nestle global strategy page that we present to our investors. So it is not just in IT, it's global. We strive to use AI and data and technology through every aspect of our business. And so we go through the process of training all of our employees on the use of AI throughout the entire organization to help determine results quicker and faster. And so this is our use case, of our migration from SAP into Snowflake using our data for analytics. So Nestle's going through a large implementation, moving data out of SAP into Snowflake for all of that analytics processing. And so some of the things that we ran into, data freshness issues, issues in the data supply chain, increasing cloud escalation costs. And so we introduced Acceldata in to help moderate those processes within Nestle. And so we'll put in data reconciliation to make sure source and target data are aligned completely. The data quality aspects to make sure that data flows and is proper and accurate within the system, and then making sure data lands when we expect it to through timeliness. And then we'll monitor the pipelines. So we control the message in IT of if an issue rises within a data pipeline, we're the ones notifying the data consumer instead of the data consumers notifying us, losing trust in that data. So once again, that's what we're using Acceldata for. And so for us, we have what we consider our enterprise data domains. And this is the data that comes out of SAP, and we build these reusable enterprise data domains. These are our big logical data areas that are then builds in our data products that live underneath those enterprise data domains. Underneath that, we have our master data, and it is all managed through our data governance ring using data reliability. This data then is offered up to our data consumers. Nestle has the third largest amount of Power BI users globally. And so that is a lot of data that needs to then be structured and maintained, as that data is offered up. So as we put the data reliability pieces in place, we have that structured, organized way to offer that data to those data consumers. So there is a lack of possible misuse of the data within the system. And so with this, the future of retail and CPG is, once again, faster access to data. This is going to be key. Innovation happens so fast in the retail space and in food and beverage. So having access to that high quality data that we can then start building AI models to go to consumers faster, eliminating the need for high complex ordering system, but doing a more conversational way to order products to eliminate those delays. Seamless regulatory compliance. There is a lot of compliance that happens with food and beverage, so having the ability to reduce, streamline those processes are huge. And then into the forecasting and the personalization. So making a closer target to those consumers. What are they looking for from a food and beverage perspective? And then, leading the future with data that you can trust. That's our motto, every decision powered through trusted data at Nestle. Thank you. Any questions? Oh, wow. That's a big question. Throughout the entire Nestle organization, there's 270,000 employees. From an analyst perspective, probably, I would say in the tens of thousands, that people that are in there accessing data, processing that, looking at the data either as a BI analyst or just processing it for their normal daily activities. Any other? Yes. Sure. So back to the example I gave earlier. We're using data, predictive analytics, and our AI accelerators in a market to look at a stockout. So being able to forecast if a product is going to go out of stock somewhere in that market, and then being able to predict that over a 12-week span, so we can ramp up production or we can increase stock of that particular item. Those are the type of forecast things that we're looking at a very micro level. At a macro level, we're looking at forecasting of bigger trends within the markets, sales, sales. Revenue management, those type of forecasting things. Everything that Nestle does, we're looking at that, powering everything with AI in that space. And for us to have that, we have those enterprise data global or enterprise data domains that drives all that. So we report those numbers in a singular fashion throughout the entire organization. So that's a tough one because SKUs rotate pretty quickly. I would say we're probably looking at any given point in time, 10,000 different SKUs. right? And then as promotional items come and go, seasonal items come and go, those fall off, new ones come on, new flavors. So it rotates. So at one time you might have 10,000, but from a total historic perspective, probably looking at millions. Yes. The Coffee Mate, the cold foam. That is a big one right now. So yeah. Yeah. Yes, go ahead. To determine if there's a stockout could happen. Yes. AI and predictive analytics. Yep. And so we get in probably in tens of millions of lines of data from 80 plus retailers every week to determine that data as it comes through. Yes. Yes. So with that, for us, it's we're really looking at how we can start leveraging the ADM tool to help us with our data quality. We've struggled, I'm sure most people have struggled with getting our data stewards to get those business data quality rules in place. With ADM, we're hoping to be able to use this tool to start suggesting data quality rules that then can be reviewed and supervised by a human, and then get those in the system so we can get into or get those data quality rules in place running as quickly as possible. With the amount of turn of materials, of customers, of vendors, consumers are measured in the billions for us. Having that data as it comes through, it is constantly shifting and changing. And so being able to have quality rules that we can put in place, change, alter on the fly will be huge for us. Oh, yes. Sorry, say that again. Not far. So we do have at Nestle, one of our AI accelerators is a product generation tool. And so you could plug in certain factors and it will use trends that are currently in the system or that are currently out there to suggest a product. There was one of them was a DiGiorno pizza that was tiki masala flavored. Not sure about that one, but yes, I mean, so we're actively looking at that. So going to market faster, driving innovation, because if you're not leading, you're following in the food business. Anything else? Thank you.